Hi guys, welcome to Crafty Christmas in July 2024. Terry of Sweet Pea Papers, this is her fourth collaboration that she's done for Christmas in July, but it's the first one I've done and it's huge. That's the only way I can say it, it's huge. Now, starts today, 1st July, goes on to July the 31st. There are 25 collaborators and each collaborator will do at least one video a month. So obviously that's 100 videos or more. Now, there is a giveaway. The designers have donated gifts and they will be given away in Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. What you need to do to enter is to post a picture of a Christmas make. Okay, so let's have a go at showing you the rest of the information. There's a little bit of housework to do first and we'll get there. Right, I've just told you about that. Right, with the drawer, which will be made on the 1st of August, you can post as many as you like, okay, and each post will give you one entry. You can post in both groups, okay, because she has the two, Junk Journal Tutorials and More, and she has Sweet Pea Papers, okay. These are the designers. We have Line.Arrow, Cara Brandon Creations, Non-Stop Paper Crafts, Crafty Dragon Creations, Natty and Moon, Studio 28E, The Trucking Scribe, Beauty and Books Company, Paper Armia, Raindrop Lydia and Emma Parish. A lot of these I've done design team work with before, which is really, really lovely. Then we've got the collaborators, and as you can see, there's a lot of us, and I'm in here somewhere. Yeah, I'm down here. Lots and lots of them. Now, in the description, now Terry has written the description for us all, which is absolutely brilliant. She put all the links in and everything. There is a link tree in the description. If you click the link tree, you will be able to find all the collaborators and the links to their YouTube channels. I am doing a list, you know, a playlist of all the ones that I've found, seen on my YouTube channel. So I will link that as well. If you find it easier just to click on a playlist and find the ones you want to watch, it's there as well. But most of these have got Etsy stores, Instagram, you know, other social media. So go over onto the link tree and click all their links, subscribe to their channels and put a like on their Etsy's or Ko-fi, whichever they've got, please. Okay, so that's the start. Now, today I am doing a lovely folio using these wonderful Christmas papers from Esther of the Trucking Scribe. Okay, this is what we're going to be making today. So let me just do a quick flip through of her kit first. And they are really, really fun. They are so fun, these papers, they really are. Okay, so let me show you these. How wonderful are these? When you first see them in a kit, you're kind of like, I'm not so sure I can work with those until you get in playing with them. This has to be my favourite paper. Although the one coming up, this one is my second favourite. I just love this one too. These, I'm going to show you how to use these, not just in a journal. Lots and lots of labels. Oh gosh. And these, of course, are your journaling cards. A lot of circles. And these are lovely and fun with these. We've got the little hearts and the little flags. Just trying to stop the paper from falling off my lap. Oh gosh, that's it. And some hexagons and lots of tags. You know, the tabs, not tags. Right, so now we flip them over and you'll see the other ones. I did it this way because I'd already made Esther's, and I thought I'm not going to print a whole kit out, you know, how you should have it in a journal if I've already done it. So, lovely lined paper, which we all know we love lined paper in our journals. I like putting them on the back of tags as well, because then you've got your journaling space, and they're fun. So we've got big tags, which are real beauties. Got a little kitty. I think these are gorgeous. And then we've got the smaller tags. I think these gnomes are wonderful, aren't they? Even Father Christmas has got the purple on. Then we've got this envelope. We've got Santa here, and if you turn it around that way, we've got Merry Christmas. And then we've got somebody opening their presents, and Jesus Christ, our Saviour is born, and more of the baubles. This was printed on, I left the tick on, so it's cut the bottom off, which you shouldn't have done, so print it to size. So that's our gorgeous kit from Esther. Now, I'm using through this collaboration templates. Now, our lovely Emma Parish has a pack of 10 folios that you can buy. Now, you can use them this way, where you print off the template, then you put on top of that the papers you want to use, and then you basically cut them out. Now, if you don't want to do it that way, what you do is you can use them in Canva and places like that, because she's flipped them or something so that you can use them, you know, to create with. They're not, you know, they're not just for printing and cutting out, which makes them a lot more they're better for people, you know, particularly because a lot of people are designing nowadays. I mean, something like Canva is really easy to use, so people are using that, and it just makes life a lot easier. Now, this kit has 10% off. This one, the journals, and the folios rather. This kit has 10% off, and I will link the code in the description box. It's basically Crafty Christmas in July, but I'll link it below so you can find it and you can use it if you want to go and get these folios, because these I'm going to be using right the way through. With there being 11 designers, I was thinking, guarantee you're going to get, say, 10 people who are using the same kit, 1 or 2 using another, and there's might be somebody left out. Some of the people have put in like 5 or 6 kits, some have only put in 1. So I decided to use 1 kit from each person. So it means I'll be doing 11 videos, which means I'll be boring the pants out of all of you. Anyway, this is the template we're using today, and let me show you the cutout version, and I've already cut it out so we can get on and craft in a wee bit. So let me show you the folio first, what we are creating today. Here we go. So I have done mine with a magnet so that it's easy to open and close. You don't have to, it's up to you how you want to close it. So on the front, you've got this magnetic closure. Okay, click. This circle, it's lovely. I mean, she's put it on another folio as well in the kit, which is really lovely. So here's my little round tag. These little images, which you'll see all the way through, are from that piece of paper, the second one that I showed you that I thought was really, really lovely. I cut them out of there. These are how I printed them and cut them out. But here, I've taken the tags and I've cut them down. So tags have been cut down, and I literally just copied the template. I just sort of used that as a template and cut it out and just cut the bottom off so it's a bit shorter, which looks neater, doesn't it? If you've got a shorter and a longer tag in your pocket, it just looks nicer, doesn't it, to have that aesthetic where you've got the 2 different sizes. And then on this side, I left that one plain because that's got the lovely candles on. And that's the little house from that piece of paper as well. And they go in there. And you can see I've got elves and Merry Christmas on the front. So if we open our folio, here we go. This is what I've done inside. I've literally used 2 pieces of paper on the back and the front, by the way, and I will be doing that again with the other one, just so it means you can flip them. And I'll show you what that means when we get on to doing the one we're going to make today. So if we start up here, these are tags, but I decided to glue them down. And then I use the tags with some tabs at the top. And that's all I've had to do, is literally just stick, you know, a label on, and that's it. You're there. They just look so effective. Of course, I've used bits of lace throughout as well. And then on this one, I love these gnomes. I think they're just so cute and adorable. And then in here, these are my absolute favourites. These are the big tags. And all I've done here, if I push this off, you'll be able to see them a bit easier, won't you? Let's take that off of there. All I've done is use some washi tape and a label. Can you see? This is all washi. And then I've popped a label on. That is all I needed, because they're so well decorated. You don't have to do much to them. That is the thing with a lot of the kits nowadays. The tags are heavily decorated, so most people just cut them out and put them in the journal as they are. I like to decorate. Just what I like to do. And I think these are absolutely gorgeous. I really do. I was sold on those. They are just absolutely gorgeous. So let me pop them back in there. Here, now this as I say, is a tag, okay, but I stuck it down, so that it could be a pocket. So in the top here, we've got a pocket, and that is from one of the flags, that little one there, and he pops in there. So we've got a little secret pocket up the top there, and then we'll pop these back in here. I just think the colours are just gorgeous. I really do. I just love the colours of this kit. I really do. So that is the folio. But what I decided to do on the back was to cut another big pocket, like the one at the front, in the middle, and make a little booklet just to go inside. A little notebook that you can use with Emma's gorgeous Emma. Sorry, Esther. Talk to the parent all day. That's what happens. You call everybody by everything else, and it's just a lovely little notebook. I thought we could stick that in there. Now, if you are using this as a journal topper, because that's what most people do with things like this nowadays, they'll do a folio and they'll pop it on top of a journal, and that'll be on your front cover. If you're doing that, obviously do not put the pocket on the back, because you're going to be gluing that down. You're not going to be able to see it. Otherwise, use the folio as it is, as is. I think these would be amazing as happy mail at Christmas time. I mean, there's 10 folios in the kit. One of them I've had to use twice, obviously, because we're 11 designers. But could you imagine receiving something sweet like that as happy mail? It's a couple of pieces of paper and, well, card, and you can make something absolutely stunning. So let me just show you how we make it. Let's get all the little pieces together. So the first thing I did was cut everything out. Now, last time this was on the outside, as you can see. That was on the outside, and I used a line paper on the inside. So this time I thought I'd do it the other way around. I'd put like just a plain one on the back, and then we've got the inside. Now these are tags, okay, but I stuck them down because I like the idea of having them as just a decoration on the back. So this is what I did, was stick them down. It's up to you whether you want to stick them down or whether you want to use them as a tag. This time I will show you how they were intended to be used. Come on, not coming up, are you? So the first thing you will do is you will put your big tag, your big pocket. You can tell I'm meditating today, can't you? I developed a lovely abscess, and obviously I'm going to take a little bit of medicine to try and keep the pain down. So I'm a bit dizzy today, a bit not with it. Mind you, that's normal days. There we go. So we'll stick that down there. Just make sure I can find out the line. Oh, that line's there and that line's there. And that will go there. And then this will slot in here. Okay. Oops. I'm pulling the pocket up. Go back down. There you are. So this is how it's intended. Okay. Here we'll find. Now what I like to do is I like to get them together and then work out which colours are similar. Right. Well, those two. I think we'll put those two together and those two like that. Right, so and then we'll swap them over. What you can do here is you could have a bit of fun and bend them the other way and use this side. It's up to you. You just mix and match and decide which side you want to use. That's what's the fun about this, is you just choose whether you want to have a tag as of the folio front cover or you want to have the one from the middle. And that's what I've actually done right the way through this series, is I've actually used just the two pieces of, you know, the two different papers, and then I've put them in different ways. You know, I've changed the colour. So like this one, well, that's the wrong way around, but you could then do this. You could have that one in instead of this one. Okay, but I like that because then it's opposite colours and it really shows off the colours, doesn't it? I think Esther's done an amazing job with this. Now Esther has another Bible study. It is called Jesus in July. That's the hashtag, and it will be, it's just starting, so I'll be doing that as well. And I have never seen such a beautiful kit. It's basically about the nativity, because obviously that's what everybody thinks about at Christmas, or at least they should do, because that's what Christmas is about. So that's what it's about, and that is starting now, today, along with all this lot. And it's down to you whether you want to come and join. Like me, I'm a Muslim, as you all know, and I love the fact that we follow the Old Testament, the New Testament and the Quran. The Quran finishes off the stories in the Bible, okay? And it is just brilliant, and I love doing studying. I love studying the Bible as well as the Quran, and I get a lot of joy out of it. So, you know, my views might be a little bit different from yours, but they won't be far off it. Okay, so do come and join us on that as well. Right, so let's put the pockets on the front. I mean, 1st of July, and you need to have a woolly on here, you know, it's daft. While London was baking in the sun, and my friend Jeanette, she messaged me and she's going moaning about she's not going to be able to sleep tonight because it's too hot. She's going on about it being 30 degrees. I says, hang on a minute. So I took a picture out the window and the sky was dark. It was very cloudy. It had been raining. I says, it's about 18 here. I think she threatened to come up and join me. Oh dear. That's Scotland. We have our moments, we really do. I mean, I can remember going back when my Vicky was a baby. Oh my goodness. So about 40 years ago. And I lived in Walton-on-Thames in Surrey. And what would happen is you would go out to sunbathe. But when you went out to sunbathe, you would put on coconut butter. So you're basically fried. It wasn't just, you know, let's go and put some suntan cream on. It was coconut butter. So you're absolutely fried. Now I can't find those two little taggies. Sorry, I can't find the little taggies, so I'm just going to use the ones from here for now, just so that we got this filled up. The inks I've used were from Barbara. Can't remember her surname. She does all the Pergamano. Lovely, lovely lass, and such a talented artist. And they are all of these artistry ink. I've got about 3 packets of that, 3 boxes of these, and I can't remember who these used to be. They were a very, very famous ink. Okay, and then she brought out the company. So if I can remember who they are, I'll let you know later. But it's artistry ink. They're the ones I've used because they're quite they're colours that I couldn't find in Tim's, as we all do sometimes. Right, so which part of this do I want? How do I want this? Do I want the darker top? No, I think I like the pink at the top. Yeah. And then we're going to pop this on the bottom. If you're putting magnets on, they don't have to be put on until the end. That's the easy thing about this. Oops. And again, if you wanted to, you could have turned the pockets over, you could have done them different. See, like here, we could put this in to make it look different, or you can put it that way. It is really up to you. I'm afraid my cutting out isn't too good either at the moment. Between cataracts and having an abscess, which is right underneath my eye, I'm really, really winging it at the moment. Oh dear. Some of the girls out there message me and I'll say, I can't see the message at the moment, can you wait? I'll message you back when I can see it. Oh dear. Good job, we can laugh at ourselves, isn't it? When you get old, you just go, ugh. I mean, can you remember when you're in your early 20s and, you know, I mean, I lived in Surrey, so it was quite, very much a keeping up with the Joneses there. And, you know, you didn't go out unless you'd got your hair done right and you got your makeup on and all the rest of it. Even to take the kids on the school run, you know. And then later on I moved to Manchester and you'd see people going past the window to the shop and they'd have their slippers on or their goonies on, you know, their dressing gowns. Oh, well, it's a different world here. So that is basically how quick and easy these are to put together. Absolutely incredible, so fast to make. And if you're going to put your magnets on, you'll put one here, right, just on there, one here, or you can pop it on the inside here, whichever place you decide, it's up to you. And you just need a little circle to cover over it so that, you know, it doesn't get knocked off or fall off or anything else. I find the best way to put the magnetic the little magnets on is I will put a little bit of glue down. I usually tend to use Fabri-Tac because it's really such a good glue. You put a bit of glue down, then you put your magnet on top, and then I put a piece of, now where's this Scotch tape, this one. I find the magic tape is brilliant. You just need a tiny little bit to hold it in place while the glue sets. Then you pop your other magnet on top so you know which way round it's going to be. Okay. Sorry, I forgot to say, once you've done the first bit, you then put another piece of the magic tape on the top of that, but upside down, so the sticky side is facing you. Okay. Then you pop the magnet on top so it lands the right way round. You then very carefully put them together, however, wherever you want your magnet to be. And then you can quite easily get your finger out and actually hold the Scotch tape in place, just in case it lifts. It doesn't always, but sometimes it might want to lift. And then you can take a little corner up and put your glue in and get it stuck down. But I find using the magic tape, it stays in place and in the right place. You know, you don't have any problems trying to mess around with magnets, because when you try to use wet glue, you see, even the little magnets with the adhesive backs, they can cause a problem, because although they're all right when you first put them on, sometimes they fall off afterwards. So just a little hint. Right, now the next thing I'm going to show you very, 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 very quickly. you remember the roundels that I showed you where I printed one and it didn't print out properly? I thought, right, let me take those and make a bauble. I've actually got a video on how to make these. I absolutely love making these. I've got, Emma did some boho ones, which are still up because they're boho. They're on my bookcase and they're really easy to do. All you do is you take your circle and fold it in half. Okay? Once your circle is folded in half, you then get and you pile them on top of one another. So like as if you're making a book. You just pile them all on top, glue them together, you know, one on top of the other. So they're basically back to back. Then you want a piece of string. You decide how long you want it. And what we do here is we'll get a bit of fabric tack. If you notice, there's a tiny little bit missing out of that circle. Scan and Cut decided to want to take a chunk this morning. Just a tiny little bit missing there. But what I will do with that is I will just put some what's it called, ink over it. Just a tiny little bit of ink in there just to cover it up, because obviously behind it will be white. In fact, I could even do that now. It'd be quicker, wouldn't it? Let's find the lavender. There it is. There's the lavender. And I can just put that in there now. Which will... Okay, that's blue. Why is that blue? Lavender. Why is the lavender blue? I have no idea. Just a little bit of colour on the back so that it will cover up that little whoopsie. Almost. Oh. There we go. There we are. You won't even notice it. Okay. So now we're going to get this. It's up to you whether you want this bit at the top or at the bottom. You might want both. You might want this at the top and at the bottom. Let me just work out which is the top and the bottom. This is the top. And then you just stick your string through. Let's put it up a bit more. Like that. Okay. And then we want the... For some reason, I always use glue stick on these projects. I think it's probably because of doing craft club. You know, when I used to do the craft club for the mums and the mums and the kids. So I tend to always do these with these. I always used to do with the kids 6 circles, because kids don't have a, you know, when they're like 3 and that, they don't have a vast attention span. So I used to just do 6. It is up to you. 6, 7 or 8 work really, really well. And on this one, you'll always find one that is, you know, the last one tends to be not quite fitting 100%, but it doesn't matter. Mine's actually gone together today, which makes a change. But I think these are so, so pretty. And if you wanted to get ahead for Christmas, you can make these early, can't you? Just pull them out. Right, this one I think has got 7 on it. And that's your bauble. Okay, I have a video how to make these properly on my YouTube. It's actually in a playlist, so I know how to find it really, really quickly. So I will link it down below if you want to make some of these or want to do it with the grandkids. I've used 2-inch punch before now with the kids at school, because we suddenly had a day to decorate the school hall. And so we had all the mums at lunch cutting them out and all sorts of things, and they were brilliant. They really were. And the mums, they all dove in and they all helped to put them together so we could get them up with the kids, and it looked spectacular. So you can just print a page off and cut them out 2-inch holes. These you can print half size or quarter size. If you do them quarter size, which I have done before, they turn out really small. Okay, you can actually hang them off your journals and they look really, really pretty. So guys, thank you so much for being here. Sorry I've been a bit Not, but when you're, you know, been taking paracetamol every so many hours, you sort of, you know, you just go with it, don't you? You go with the flow. Please go over to Linktree, follow everybody, get onto their Etsy's and Ko-fis, just to share the love, just to know you're all there. Please subscribe to me too. I would love that so much. On that subject of subscriptions, it's taken me many years to get to 2,000. And as I said, I was going to do a giveaway. And what I thought I would actually do is use all the folios as part of the giveaway. I'm not sure if I'm going to split them up and do a first, second, third, which I probably will, and then add in maybe, I don't know, maybe a stamp with them, or vintage paper or something like that, or stencil or something. But I'll do that once this is out of the way, because with so much going on this month, I'd rather get this month out of the way, and then I know I've only got one collab next month. Okay, so love and blessings. Thank you for being here and putting up with me waffling, and I'll see you in a couple of days with the next one. Ta-da!